we talking about, though?
What's up, Bopcast? We're back. This time we have guests Magoosh, aka Shrisha, Madur, and Rishan, aka Bops
Rishan.
Singh.
Rishan. Just Rishan.
All right,
Or Rishan.
we haven't been consistent with our uploading, but that's gonna change. We're gonna upload every week now. I promise to our one subscriber.
You have a subscriber? Is it you?
Dude, might be me. Today we're gonna be going over our playoff picks. I'll just read it like round by round, and everyone just give like who you think is gonna win and how many games. So I'll start, okay? Lakers, Trailblazers. I'm saying Lakers in 5.
I'll go next. I'll say Lakers in 6. I think. Yeah, I mean Lakers. As much as the Trailblazers are that good, like their defense is probably one of the worst in the NBA. Carmelo Anthony goes to any team. Offensively, it's good, but defensively, it just becomes horrible. They're not good defensively, and Anthony Davis is just going to eat, as well as LeBron, obviously. But yeah, maybe Damian Lillard will have like maybe one of those 50, 60-point games. They'll win one game, maybe two. So I have Lakers in 6.
I agree with Rishan. I say Lakers in 6 because I think everyone except Dame, like most of the other players, they're like inconsistent. They don't show up every single game. So I think that they can all of them can dominate 2 games in the series. But if it's just Dame, they don't stand a chance. Lakers will no.
What do you think? 5, 4?
I say they'll win in 6.
6? Damn. Okay, and we haven't even mentioned Magoosh is a Lakers fan, and Rashawn's an ex-Pistons Bucks
No,
fan.
I'm a Pistons fan, obviously, and Bucks fan. Yeah.
I'm not a Pistons fan.
I don't know that.
They're a disappointment.
I don't know, just because they're a disappointment, bro. They're still fun. I mean, it's good to see the struggles because hopefully maybe the next 35 years we might get a playoff win. It'll be good to see.
I don't know, man. I think it's gonna take a time for them to rebuild. But once if we get good, do well in the lottery, we'll see. If we get a good pick, maybe it'll start, this coming season.
Yeah, that's about it, though.
Dude, don't have hope. The hope always kills you, dude.
Yeah, but we can talk about that later. I don't want to go into Pistons. You can talk about Pistons for an hour.
Yeah, we're gonna have a special live stream for the draft, for the lottery. I mean.
Oh yeah, I'm down. That'll be interesting.
Okay, I think we're all pretty much in agreement. Like, Trailblazers don't stand a chance. It's not even fair, I think. But
yeah.
Moving on. Okay, this I don't even know if this is an upset, but Rockets versus Thunder. I said Thunder are gonna win in 7.
Interesting. Why? Ronit.
All right, he got cut off again. I don't know. What do you think, Rishan? Thunder Rockets?
You know what? I love the Thunder this year. I totally forgot, but yeah, I'm remembering Westbrook's out for this round. I'm gonna go with Thunder. I love the Thunder. They have literally everyone. They have point guards, forwards, centers, you name it. They got depth, and not just depth. They got literally. I'll take Dennis Schroeder as our starting point guard. I would love it so much, and I would love Danilo Gallinari. Obviously, I would love any of those players. I'll take any of them. Depth-wise, they're amazing, and because Westbrook's out, I would go with the Thunder in 6 or 7.
Yeah, I don't know how long Westbrook is gonna be out, because they said, I mean, I feel like the coach is always gonna be optimistic, and he said a couple of games, I think. So I think it's gonna be longer than that. I think he might be out for 3 or 4 games, and I honestly don't think I think the Thunder and Rockets have played 3 times, two or 3 times, and the Thunder have won every time, even with Westbrook.
Yeah.
So, and even the betting lines have Thunder as the favorites. So I don't even think this is an upset. when I say Thunder in 7. So
Not up
how many
there.
how many games are you saying?
6 or 7, maybe. I would say 6. I want the Rockets to win so bad. So then I really think the Westbrook and Harden would eat. But because
I
Westbrook,
know.
I don't even know like how much he got injured. Like I don't know how that happened, but it's just like
Bro, it's
I'm
karma.
genuinely shocked.
It's karma, dude. It's insane. It's not fair. Like they literally traded away Chris Paul because he was injury prone and he couldn't stay healthy for the playoffs. And
Yeah.
then they had this happen against Chris Paul.
Yeah. And that's the Thunder, who used to have James Harden and Russell Westbrook.
Exactly. I feel like everyone kind of wants the Thunder to win, kind of just to like it would look really bad on Harden and Westbrook like specifically, but honestly, like I don't know, they don't have other than Chris Paul, they kind of lack the competitiveness like with him and Paul George, like the rest of the team. So it'll be a new experience for them, but I wouldn't be surprised. So yeah, Game 7, I would say Thunder.
Yeah, that's a good point. They don't really have experience, like, besides Chris Paul. I mean, obviously, Gilgeous-Alexander is really good, but
Oh,
it's
and
never.
him, yeah.
I don't think he's played in a playoff. I don't think he's played in playoffs before, has he? So, like.
Yeah. What about the Clippers made it last year, right? They beat the Warriors twice.
Oh yeah, no, he did play in the playoffs. Okay, so I guess he has some experience, but definitely not close
Yeah.
compared to the
Yeah.
Rockets.
Chris Paul, obviously. I want to see Chris Paul versus LeBron. That'll be interesting. I want to see that. That'll be good.
Chris
I feel
Paul.
like you'd want the Thunder. I mean, if I was a Lakers fan, I would want the Thunder any day over the Rockets.
I mean, with Westbrook back, yeah, facts.
Yeah.
I want them to win, bro.
Yeah. But like, I also don't want the Harden choker narrative to continue. Like, okay, like if he loses, like even though technically the Thunder are kind of favored to win, like if he loses this game, people are going to say that he's still a choker and stuff like that. I want him to get over that narrative. 'Cause I feel like he's like it's so weird that he's almost like underrated in a way. Like the numbers he's been putting up is just like insane. So I hope he can shake that off. But damn, we agreed again, dude. It's crazy.
No, I want to say this though. I'm not a fan of the Rockets, and I think their playing style just like that's why Warriors kept beating them, dude. And we all know Amog, big Warriors fan, and he keeps saying that they always lose because it's like the Warriors and they're like the god team. But honestly, the Antony system doesn't work for game sevens, like down to the wire, like type games because it's just threes. They just take threes, and there'll be that game where you won't make it, or you just guard Harden and Westbrook, and
Oh, 27.
just let score everyone else.
Oh my god. Yeah. I think it's also like people underrate the mental aspect of like NBA games. Like even if like on paper you have like a lineup that's comparable, maybe even better, like some teams just have a mental block against certain teams. Like they just can't get over them just because like they just like play worse against them. They just like can't get it in their heads that they're good enough to beat them. Like a good example, like everyone knows, is the Raptors when LeBron played them for 2 years in a row. Like on paper they had probably a better roster, but they just like never showed up when it was time to play the Cavs. Actually, I mean you can also put that down to coaching, I think, but and LeBron's greatness, obviously, but like I think a big reason of it is just like they had this mental block that like they'll never be able to beat the Cavaliers just because like in their heads they weren't good enough. And I think in a way like the Rockets had that same like issue against the Warriors because like with KD out, like in a way I think the Rockets had a similar like similarly powerful lineup and like they couldn't do anything. Like they really struggled last year. But anyway, moving on to Denver and Utah. And we saw at the time of this recording, Denver just won the first game in overtime, which was insane.
Mm-hmm.
I know we could have had Mitchell, but that's a story for another time. But yeah, I put down Denver in 6. I don't know what you guys think.
I think I mean I don't really like follow the Nuggets that well. They're such a boring team. I don't really like any of the players besides Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray is good. I love it. I like Jamal Murray, but everyone else is boring. It's not really fun to watch. And then I like Donovan Mitchell, but who else on the Jazz is like fun to watch? Like Rudy
Conley's out because he has.
Yeah, Mike Conley's out. I mean, I'll go to Nuggets just based on talent, but like I don't like. It doesn't really matter. Like they both are gonna lose in the second round probably. So I mean I'll go with Nuggets in 7 just because but just because of the talent and Mike Conley's. There's just nothing. Mitchell scored 57 points and they couldn't win. It's not gonna happen again. Like
that's like Dame Lillard energy, dude. That's what's gonna happen.
Exactly, yeah. So I'm gonna say Nuggets in 7 just because Nuggets they could easily lose a couple games too, and they've been in Game 7 multiple times. Why not again? So I got Nuggets in 7.
Just after watching this first game, the one thing that I noticed is like what you guys said, like Donovan played lights out, but they still couldn't get the win, and it kind of came down to like the pressure of like crunch time. Like the Jazz just choked, or Nuggets just played great defense. I don't know, but they committed like 3 turnovers in 2 minutes. So
yeah,
it's kind of hard how it'll come down. I don't know. I don't give Jazz much hope. I say 5. I think they can get a game in. That's it. Nuggets played like Jamal Murray didn't miss, and he has like Jokic to back him up if things get tough. So I think all around Nuggets are a better team. So I'm saying 5.
Nuggets are scary though. They're like I think the deepest team in the NBA playoffs. Like today they didn't have Will Barton and Gary Harris playing.
Where was Bull? Where was that guy? I liked him.
He was playing. I just didn't think he got any minutes. Like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I want to see him play. Because he did well in the play-in. The other game.
Yeah, it's insane. Like, how many different players they have that, like, on any given day are pretty decent. Like, and okay, the thing with the Nuggets is, like, for the longest time, like, Murray's never taken that step up. Like, I feel like Jokic has always been an all-NBA level player, at least for the past 2 seasons. Like, he's consistent. He's someone the Nuggets can count on. But he's never had help from anyone. Like, Jamal Murray's, like, here and there. Will Barton's here and there. Like, Gary Harris is really here and there. And then, if Jamal Murray can keep up, like, what he did today, I think Nuggets are, like, a really scary team to face. Like, based on, like, how well they defend and how deep they are, I think it's, like, really tough to beat the Nuggets.
What teams are the Nuggets?
They put Ingles on Murray. Like, clearly it wasn't working. And, like, they just kept – and they called a timeout too. But they still – like, I don't know. Like, Jazz, like, they just didn't change their game plan at all. Really weird.
I find that they're limited, though. They have, like – they don't have Bogdanovich and they don't have Conley. It kind of sucks for them. I think it's, like, impressive that they held on for that long, actually. I guess it's all thanks to Mitchell. He's able to do that. He was pretty much the team. Mitchell and Gobert. Damn, agreement again. Okay.
Yeah.
Clippers, Mavericks. I think it's great. I think we're all gonna agree on this. I say Clippers in 5.
Yeah. Clippers in 4.
4? Damn.
4?
I think Mavericks will get a game, but
I don't know, man. Being completely unbiased, I think Clippers will win. I think Mavs can take like 1 game or even 2.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Mavericks good.
Yeah. Doncic can just like light it up. Same with
the biggest issue with the Clippers I've noticed is like their interior defense is really bad. Like they struggle with rebounding, and like maybe it gets better with Terrell coming back today, but like that's their biggest. I think that's been one of their biggest issues. Is like defending not the perimeter but inside. And like Porzingis is like a beast. I think that's why they struggled with the Nuggets as well. Like Jokic was doing so much damage inside. He just like he was like the quarterback, but he was passing from inside to outside, and It's kind of hard to watch. But yeah, but even if they get a couple games, I don't think I don't think they'll be able to win. There's no way. That's pretty consistent. Okay, now moving to the East. Again, I think this is gonna be an easy pick. Bucks against Magic. I'm saying Bucks sweep.
Yeah, I have the Magic getting murdered, completely demolished. They're not going anywhere. I think honestly Bucks can rest Giannis, but they probably won't. That is nothing. I don't need to say anything else. I don't think anyone needs to say anything about that.
Yeah. What do you think, Trisha? Sweep?
Yeah, sweep. Bucks.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We don't even need to spend any time on that.
Yeah.
I think this is probably the most interesting series in the first round. Heat and Pacers.
Oh.
Pacers are the 4th seed and the Heat are the 5th seed. But the Heat didn't play with Duncan or Jimmy Butler, Goran Dragic for like a good amount of the bubble. I put down Miami in 6. I think I think people are slightly overrating the Pacers based on how TJ Warren has played. I don't think Oladipo has looked that great. It's not fair to him. I mean, he's just came out of injury, but like he hasn't looked like himself, like the Oladipo that we knew from last season and 2 seasons ago.
Mm-hmm.
And like I think Jimmy Butler and TJ Warren have a little bit of a rivalry. And I think like Jimmy Butler is one of the best defensive wings in the entire NBA. Like I think he's gonna take the matchup really seriously, and I think he's gonna control TJ Warren pretty well. And if the burden, like if Oladipo doesn't have someone to, if TJ Warren doesn't have someone to help him, and I don't think Oladipo is he hasn't been able to contribute as much. Like I don't see how the Pacers can beat the Heat. So yeah, I'm going Heat in 6.
I'm only Heat in 4, bro. I do not.
4? Oh my god, damn.
I mean, like, bro, Heat haven't literally tried it all at all. Like, and Heat are like a similar to Thunder. They have so much depth, and like they have. I really don't think they've tried. Jimmy Butler is gonna destroy T.J. Warren, in my opinion. Oladipo,
Yeah.
I agree, he hasn't been the same. I think like it's really a mismatch. I get that the Pacers are good. Demontis Sabonis, like I mean, they have some players, but I think the Heat. I don't know how they're a 5 seed. Like, they really relatively could be like a 3 or 2 seed. They are really that good. Like
They lost a lot of games in the bubble because
exactly.
they didn't play their starters mostly.
Yeah, and Jamal Murray also. Speaking of that, he didn't play much in the.
Yeah. That's the thing with the Nuggets. They didn't play much. They rested their starters in the bubble like towards the end, and they were still able to like. I think they would have beaten the Clippers if they kept their starters in the 4th quarter of that game, and then they almost beat the Lakers, and they didn't play their starters in that 4th quarter either. Like, yeah, I'm saying the Nuggets are dangerous, dude.
Yeah, I mean, as a Bucks fan, I would hope Pacers win, but it's just like a much favorable team, like a much more better matchup. I don't want Jimmy Butler to guard Giannis. I'd rather have T.J. Warren to guard Giannis. So like, I would rather have the Pacers win, but obviously, like, he is, I think, a way better team in my opinion. I think they're gonna take the Pacers in 4. So.
Yeah.
Trisha.
Magoosh.
I don't know much about the Pacers and how they play, but I know T.J. Warren's been balling. But the Heat have so much depth that they have shooters, they have defenders.
He's a great coach.
Yeah, a great coach. So much success in the playoffs. So I see he can sweep them, or even if anything, Pacers could maybe get a game in, but I don't see much.
To be fair, the Pacers are deep too. They have what's his name? Malcolm Brogdon, who's been doing really well this season.
He's amazing.
Yeah. Miles Turner. I don't think he stepped it up, but he's kept it consistent.
He hasn't. Defensively, he's good, but offensively, he's not like an impact as much.
I just don't think. Yeah, I don't think they can keep up with the Heat. I don't think they can score enough points to beat the Heat, honestly.
But I think if Oladipo was like playing at the caliber of like couple, it would be a different conversation.
That's facts. All right, moving on. Another interesting game that's going on right now. 88-86, Celtics in the lead. Celtics versus the 76ers. Ben Simmons is out for I'm pretty sure the entire playoffs. Maybe they'll reevaluate him later. I have Celtics in 5. What do you think?
Yeah, this one will be different. I have 76ers in 7. This is the one that's like, it's the one that'll be different from yours. 76ers, like, they don't have Ben Simmons. Is that a loss? Okay, yeah, he's an all-star. He's lost. Embiid is way better without Ben Simmons, first of all. I think that Celtics, I don't want Celtics. I hate the Celtics. That might be a bias, but 76ers have so many players that can step up. I like Al Horford, but he's doing horrible today. But Al Horford can step it up whenever. Embiid is going to eat every game now because Ben Simmons is gone. Matthias Thybulle is there. They got Shake Milton. They have Josh Richardson. They can compete with the Celtics. Like matchup-wise, Celtics obviously have Tatum. They have Jaylen Brown. They have like a full starting 5. But so do the 76ers, you know? Like, just because they lost Ben Simmons, if anything that helps Joel Embiid, I hope and I think the 76ers can win. 76ers
Really?
I think they're a really good team. They just yeah. I really want the 76ers to win. And I think
How many games?
7.
Damn, okay. We've got a big differing opinion here. Okay, Magoosh?
This is difficult. This is really, really difficult because the 76ers, one of the biggest debates is, you know, who would you trade, Ben Simmons or Embiid? Because they both play well when the other one isn't. It's weird, and then on the other hand, you have the Celtics, where Jason Tatum, just like in the bubble, he went like 2 for 18. And like one thing I've noticed about Tatum is like he can be inconsistent at times, but in the playoffs he can deliver. But I don't know. I'll have to agree with the Rishan. I'm kind of
wow.
Wow.
I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that. I didn't think anyone else would agree with me.
However, for just like a history kind of point of view, it would be super cool if like the Lakers and Celtics play for the finals. You know, I think that would be pretty sick.
Interesting. Okay. So we've got 2 people saying Sixers and 7, right?
Yeah.
And I'm saying Celtics in 5. So this should be interesting.
I mean, most people are gonna say Celtics. I really like. If there's one team besides, I think maybe the Rockets could maybe upset the Thunder. It's the 76ers. They have the talent. That's the one team that's a lower seed that has the talent to really beat some higher seeds. That's why I'm just saying 76ers.
Damn. Well, it's 92-86 right now. Let's see what happens. 5 minutes left. Okay, wow. Okay. I think this is gonna be an easy one. Raptors, I said Raptors in 5. Could be 4.
Literally 4. Like honestly,
yeah.
Shouldn't be.
Yeah, maybe one game they get hot. That's why I gave them a game. But
no. 7 and 8 seeds, like if you're a 7 and 8 seed on the Eastern Conference, you're literally like you're not a playoff team. You know.
Yeah.
Top 6 are playoff teams. Everyone else is just leftovers. Really, which is kind of shocking. Some players like the Pistons are the 13th seed in the East. Shows how bad you are. But yeah, if you're a 7 8 seed, it's not. It's okay, you know. You'll have your run. Maybe you'll win a game, but it's really nothing. I don't see. Obviously, next year the Nets are going to come back and probably have KD and Kyrie and go off. But at least this year, yeah, Raptors in 4.